Good evening. We wish you would have been aborted. As election season is heating up, there are rumors that more and more people are disconnecting from the mothership of thought, cable news, and doing their own thinking about the candidates, and therefore coming to conclusions that are not approved of by state-sponsored media. So tonight, we're as happy as you can get on Prozac to say that the current administration has back-channeled orders to us to give you a special report on all the major candidates to help you align your thoughts like a backwards compass, including RFK Jr., Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Criminal Trump, and His Holiness Joe Biden. We'll start with RFK Jr. RFK Jr. made the list of Biden's 12 biggest spreaders of misinformation online. All of his misinformation has been proven to be true, which makes it the most offensive kind of misinformation. Though labeling himself as a Democrat, the Democratic establishment is just as fearful of him as they are of Trump. Nothing to see here. He wrote the best-selling book entitled The Real Anthony Fauci, where he pulls back the curtain on all the corruption, if not crimes against humanity, of the modern-day Joseph Goebbels. All of his accusations are unequivocally false. Though he provides references for every statement he makes and has never been sued for defamation, which would suggest everything he says of Fauci is true. But it's probably not. As we at the media have been ordered to give RFK Jr. no real coverage, he's appeared on popular podcasts like Joe Rogan, where the more he talks, the more people seem to fall in love with him and trust him. But don't fall for it, because he's proven to be very untrustworthy when it comes to towing the line on the agenda that we know you know about, but we pretend that you don't know about. As a candidate, RFK Jr. receives our approval rating of 0 stars out of 5. On to Vivek Ramaswamy. We on the left preach to you that skin color should be the first consideration with anything, which oddly enough is the same philosophy that the KKK has. So you would think we would automatically get behind Vivek for the level of diversity he brings via his skin color. But given the fact he has no interest in being controlled, we're proud to bring you the breaking news that Vivek is probably secretly white, and therefore he's a piece of trash that you should never vote for. As a candidate, Vivek receives our approval rating of just 1 white star out of 5. Ron DeSantis. He's a conservative, so we don't like him. But as far as the establishment is concerned, he's our guy we want winning the Republican primary. Though he doesn't play ball with lockdowns or the disease of wokeness, we seem to be suspiciously unthreatened by him. And when DeSantis recently came out and said that he thinks Biden legitimately won the 2020 election, we say to him, "Thank you, Ron, for playing ball. You're the only opponent of Biden's that we won't smear." As a candidate, Ron DeSantis gets our approval rating of 3 racist stars out of 5. Next candidate, President Trump. He will soon be either in prison or assassinated, so let's go over his track record while we're still pretending it's relevant. Trump committed treason by saying there was fraudulent activity in the 2020 elections. That is the biggest no-no you can think of, something that no one should ever say. It also kind of makes you think, like, well then, if there is election fraud, what are you supposed to say? Trump's greatest accomplishment was orchestrating an insurrection on January 6th by using a secret code language. Amazing how he seemingly telepathically communicates the opposite message of what his actual words are. As he served as president while being accused by Hillary Clinton of stealing the election, he put our nation in tremendous jeopardy by not getting us into any more wars. He also caused endless financial hardship on Americans by boosting the economy. And the most important thing to think of when Trump comes to mind is his 91 indictments that have him facing over 700 years in prison and the death penalty. Maybe we should cut that part out, because the more we say it, the more people like him. As his 2024 candidacy goes, there's a virus that's making a comeback that always tends to get more severe during the time of elections. So we wish Trump luck earning enough votes via mail-in ballots. For some reason, we feel confident he doesn't even stand a chance. As a candidate, Trump earns our approval rating of 1 bullet out of 5 stars. Next candidate, Joe Biden. What can we say? Most popular president in US history. Prior to taking office, he's alleged to have sold influence of his previous office of vice presidency. But as you can see here, the Biden influence peddling timeline is so vast and thorough that it isn't even worth going over, and it has too many highly correlated details to be valid, so think nothing of it. As president, Biden has taken great strides to secure our border by breaking it down. He's walked up steps in very unique ways, taken bicycle rides, and he's shaken hands with people only he can see. And in pulling out of Afghanistan, telling 10,000 Americans that he left behind to go f themselves was his top strategy. And when the globalists set fire to Maui via climate change, he rushed off immediately 2 weeks later to let all the residents know that he once had a small fire in his kitchen so they could give him sympathy. He then put Maui residents at ease by taking a nap in front of them. Assuming we can keep Biden's vital signs alive, get a certain amount of compliance with lockdowns and mail-in ballots, Biden is virtually a shoo-in to win a second term as president. And as a candidate, we're gonna need to start hiding him in his basement again pretty soon. Joseph R. Hunter's dad earns our approval rating of 81 million stars out of 5. That's it for our full presidential candidate report. RFK Jr. and Trump are who we worked the hardest to discredit. In 2028, Vivek will be on the top of that list. You should never vote for the evil, rotten Republicans, but if you do, it should definitely be DeSantis. And Joe Biden is such a sure thing that we don't even think we should have elections anymore, but we'll let you keep thinking that we do. Good night. Summer, or actually any holiday season, is a delightful time, isn't it? It's a time to take a break from the daily grind and live life to the fullest. However, all the fun aside, a lot of our health routines get thrown off track with late nights, irregular eating habits, and indulgences. So though it might not be easy when vacation season is done, it's time to get back on track with our health. If you're someone who struggles to get back on track, I have a tip for you. Focus on the majors. Healthy eating, exercise, and above all else, high quality sleep. One interesting fact about sleep to mention, studies show that 2 servings of alcohol for men and 1 serving of alcohol for women can reduce sleep quality by 39%. And that's not even taking into account all the indulgent food and late nights. But the plot thickens because sleep is the key to your body's rejuvenation and repair processes. It controls hunger and weight loss hormones, boosts energy levels, and contributes to almost every other vital function in your body. That's why I recommend taking magnesium, but not just any magnesium supplement, Magnesium Breakthrough by Bioptimizers. It contains all 7 forms of magnesium that your body needs to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up energized and refreshed. To help you get your health back on track with the absolute best sleep possible, go to magbreakthrough.com/JP, and while you're there, use the discount code AWAKEN for 10% off. Enjoy getting back on track.